who has blasphemed to God or broken His law. Because God is holy. And now some of you may say, why does one sin condemn us to hell? How can I prove that? How many times did Adam and Eve sin before God condemned the whole human race? Just once. And that condemned us all. Because God is holy. And you see, God, as being a holy God, He cannot look upon sin. Because He hates that which is unholy. And some of you may say, wait a minute, God is love. God can't hate. But no, my friend, I tell you that God must hate, since God is love. If you love that which is holy, you must hate that which is unholy. And the Bible says in Psalm 5:5, God hates all workers of iniquity. That God hates all workers of iniquity. Because see, you need to understand that sin is not just something we do. It is the very core of who we are. We are sinners. And because God hates sin, He must come against sin and sinners with the full force of His wrath. If God was to let us go for being sinful, He Himself would be sinful. If a perfect God lowers His standard, He becomes imperfect. And Jesus made it clear on the Sermon on the Mount, one of the most popular sermons ever preached. Fantastic sermon. He set the bar of what God's standard really is. He corrected the hypocritical religious leaders on their interpretation of the law. And He summed it up in verse 48 of Matthew chapter 5. He said, be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. That is the standard of God. That's why if you look with lust, you're an adulterer already. Because God's standard is so high that He'll even judge your thoughts and your words and your deeds and your heart. And He's already judged your heart. Some of you say, oh, I've got a good heart. God knows my heart. Oh, yes, my dear friend, God knows your heart. And that is not good for you. Because God's already judged your heart. And He said it is deceitfully wicked